In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace the headlight assemblies on this Nissan Altima. We have to remove the front bumper cover for this, so let's get started. Starting underneath, there will be 3 Phillips head screws and a push clip on each corner of the bumper cover. For me, the push clip is actually missing, so I'm going to skip past it. But I do have the 3 Phillips head screws to remove, so let's do that. Do the same on the other side. In the center, there are 5 10mm bolts to remove. Remove them all. Now from the side, you can pull the bumper away a little bit and take the splash shield and move it away from behind the bumper. What you're looking for is to expose this corner. Right in here, you can see a 10mm fastener that we have to remove. So grab a socket and take this out. There it is. Now you'll be able to take the bumper cover on the corner and pop it out of its retainer. Now you can pull on the bumper cover enough to access the turn signal / marker light bulb. And if your vehicle has fog lights, that would be connected to something as well. But this one does not, so all I have to do is grab onto this, and I was going to unplug it, but it looks like the bulb just wants to come out with the socket, which is okay. I'm going to just take it out that way. And this, because it's not actually connected to anything, this is just a cap, I'm going to pry it and pop it out of its retainer. And right down here, there's still one more retainer holding on this harness. You can use a trim tool to help you pry it out. Do the same on the other side. Under the hood, there is a cover here for the radiator support, and it's got a bunch of push clips that go all the way around. I'm going to remove all of them and then pull the cover off. Just start on one end and work your way towards the other side. Use a trim tool, pop out the center, and then the rest of the push clip. On each corner of the bumper cover, you'll have 3 10mm headed bolts. However, we only need to remove the innermost one because that one goes through the bumper cover and a bracket underneath onto a support bracket below that. Do the same on the other side. I'm going to pop off the washer tank filler neck from the bumper cover assembly. Where the bumper cover meets the fender, you can peel this insulation away. There's a 10mm bolt that you have to remove. And with this bolt removed, you can pull this bracket away. And that will allow you to pull the bumper cover away off the fender. Now you can grab the bumper cover and pull it away. To remove this headlight assembly, we have 4 fasteners. Starting at the top, we have this one that's right on the fender, 10mm in size for all of them. Then we have this one that sits right below the radiator support. We also have one right below the headlight. And one last one on the side of the fender. Now you can grab the headlight assembly, pull it straight out. If you flip it over, you'll see where all the wiring is attached. And we're going to have to unplug the bulbs first. To unplug the high and low beam bulbs, all you have to do is pry out on this tab and push them down. It's going to pop out the connectors. There's also a marker light bulb right here, which is typically difficult to unplug. So what I'm going to do is turn it counterclockwise and pop the entire socket out, and I'll deal with it once the headlight is off. This wiring harness should be attached in 2 different spots on the headlight. Mine only has this retainer left, the other one is broken, so we'll attach it on the new headlight when the time comes, but remove both retainers off of the old headlight. You can use a trim tool for this and simply pry it away. And there's the headlight. To unplug this bulb and the socket, it is easiest if you have a pocket screwdriver to help you press on this tab. So squeeze it and pry on it. Careful not to break it though. And once you've done this, you should be able to pull the harness away. And there we go. set this aside because the new headlight comes with one, so all we'll do is plug this in. This is the back of the new headlight, and this right here is the adjuster that you turn to aim the beam up or down. You can either put an 8mm socket or a Phillips head on the end of it, or ideally you go down with a long Phillips head screwdriver through this opening and adjust the beam up or down based on which direction you're turning the screw. Let's get the headlight assembly plugged into all the connectors. Doesn't matter which one you start with. I'm just going to start with this one over here. Make sure they're all clicking into place so they can lock in. With all of them connected, I want to secure the wiring harness. The high beam wiring had a retainer going right about here, and the main harness had a retainer that was supposed to go right here on the original headlight, but it was broken, so we're going to secure it on this one. Now take the headlight assembly and slide it into position, that being in the fender on the upper radiator support, and it's got a little pin right here to line up with the fender as well as on the side. You have to make sure that everything lines up, because if it doesn't, it's going to get stuck like this. Let's start in all the bolts now. Make sure they start by hand so you don't cross thread them. And now with all of them started, let's tighten them all up. For all of these, if you're doing them by hand, about 1/8 of a turn after they bottom out should be plenty tight. Bring the bumper cover back over. Make sure it lines up everywhere. On the corner of the bumper cover at the top, reinstall the bolt that you took out at the beginning that secures the bumper cover and the bracket underneath to the support. Make sure that's nice and snug. Do the same on the other side. Let's reinstall the upper radiator support cover and reinstall all the push clips that held this on. Resecure the washer tank filler neck. Peel this insulation away and slide the bracket back in. Make sure it's seated fully and start the bolt in by hand. Snug it up. And there we go, that's plenty tight. Give it about 1/8 of a turn after it bottoms out and put the insulation back. Before you clip the bumper cover on, resecure the turn signal bulb. Turn it clockwise to lock it in. And resecure this connector onto its retainer. And clip the wiring harness back on right over here. On the corner of the bumper cover, clip it onto its retainers on the fender. All right, make sure everything's lined up and start in the bolt that secures this in. Tuck the fender liner back behind the bumper. Install all the bolts that go underneath from this splash shield into the bumper cover. And reinstall the 3 Phillips head screws on the corner of the bumper cover. Do this to both sides.
Now we're going to get the vehicle ready to aim the headlights. Start with the tire pressure, making sure all 4 tires are set at the appropriate pressure. Remove any excessive weight that's not normally in the vehicle. Find a wall that you can drive up to where the ground is level. Measure 25 feet away from that wall and mark the ground. Drive your vehicle up to that mark. With the headlights off, look for the center dot in the headlight lens. Measure from the ground to that center dot. You can use a ruler to help you out. Transferring that measurement to the wall, making a mark with some tape. On the driver's side, measure down 4 inches, putting another piece of tape. For the passenger side, you only need to measure down 2 inches. Now turning the headlights on, it is easier to do this at night or in a dark area. Locating your headlight adjuster and using a Phillips head screwdriver, turn your adjuster one way or another to bring the headlight up or down. Once the headlight is adjusted to the tape mark on the wall, move on to the next headlight. If you're confused because the beams seem to blend together, you can always have someone stand in front of the other headlight while you make your adjustments for that one. Now your headlights are aligned and you're all set to go.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.